A forgotten artifact lies in pieces on a planet far from Earth. Few know it exists except those who took it back and those whose ancestors created it. 4 young people are thrown into a race against emissaries of the gods to find its pieces. Mistrust, greed, and magic are tangled in an endless web. What will the fate be of the universe once it is found and reassembled? Get Scepter of the Gods, The Rod of Truth now on Amazon, and get wrapped up in the saga that will not let you go.
Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day. This is a special episode in a series of podcasts based on Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. For several years now, I have gone back to the habits taught in this book to prepare for the coming year and home in closer and closer to my lifelong dream and my goals so that I could more effectively achieve my goals. Year after year, we hear people joking about setting New Year's resolutions and then abandoning them by February. Personally, I don't find that very funny. I hope that your resolutions are more important to you than to give them up after only a month or two. What if you were to set 1, 2, maybe 3 at the most resolutions or goals for 2024, and then at the end of 2024, find that you nailed each one of them? You can. I set 2 goals that to me were very large. As I talk about in the Motivational Devotional, I had to change and grow to become more than I was in order to achieve those goals. As I say this now, I have done that. I changed. I grew. I achieved. Starting with the November 27, 2023 podcast and running through the New Year's Eve podcast, this series offers 35 episodes of principles, inspiration, and motivation that I use toward fulfilling my own lifelong dream. I have audacious goals for 2024, but only 3, because more than that will water down your efforts. I will achieve mine by this time next year. You can do the same. And I hope you will pursue yours with relentless intent. If you find these helpful, please go to the Motivational Devotional Facebook page and let me know. For now, let's get on with it. Today starts 5 days of looking at synergy, the 6th habit of highly effective people. Here are some of my thoughts about synergy. We all have our own way of doing things. Isn't it a challenge when we get together with family for the holidays, not having seen each other for a long time, and everyone tries to help out in the kitchen? There's an old saying that too many cooks spoil the broth. Holiday teamwork in the kitchen might support that adage, but it doesn't have to be so. When my family gets together, everybody starts off with, "What can I do to help?" I've been other places, though, where everybody wants to tell everyone else the right way to cook this or cut that or season the other thing. What if, instead of everyone trying to assert their own way of cooking, they opened up and each one learned from the others? Here is an amazing thing that people should wrap their heads around. No matter how successfully one person is in getting everyone else to acknowledge them as the greatest expert, it doesn't really accomplish much of anything. What if that person, who is the greatest expert, took the humble position and just asked what needed to be done and helped? In all likelihood, that person, as well as all the others, would have a much more enjoyable experience as well as learning something in the process. That attitude of openness is one aspect of synergy, which is not just a thing or a happening, it is a process. Synergy can happen in a brainstorming session, or it can't. It can happen when putting together a family dinner, or it can't. My pie-in-the-sky belief is that it can even happen in Congress, or it can't. It all depends on whether we come to it with all the other 5 habits of effectiveness in place. Being proactive, with the end in mind, first things first, thinking win-win, and seeking to understand before being understood. We can put our minds into a think tank with other minds to create greatness. God can really do some good work with that. The basic concept of synergy is that the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. It's like 2 plus 2 equals 14 if we get our egos out of the way and focus on the goal. It goes beyond simple delegation and sorting out responsibilities. It is like a chemical reaction. We submit ourselves as individuals and come back out with us. Too many people struggle with this because they don't want to give up those attachments that keep us from being humble. Trust me. Don't worry. You won't lose your sense of who you are, and you won't give up anything you need. Just trust the process. Oh, and also trust that all of creation is conspiring in your favor, and trust that the universe always has your back. See? Start synergizing with your people, and you will see that those two things are true. Stephen Covey said, "Synergy is better than my way or your way. It's our way." Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following at Threefold Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.